Well, here we go, as we just saw there, the faces of them all. I didn't quite catch the number plate on this bloke coming out over on the edge here, Foxy, but he looked about 14.
Yeah, he's a tiny figure, isn't he? Hey, Soph, is that young Zane Groves that's on the bench down there?
Yeah.
So he's going to be the man to replace Isaac Austin today. So
Yeah, I reckon Fechner will start.
I believe it's 11 a.m.
Let's have a look here. It's Daniel Ritter looks like he'll start in the front row. Yeah. Oh, well, it's a pretty handy replacement to have Daniel Ritter replace Isaac Austin. That's the man for the job today, as Greater Branxton will kick off down to the beer tent end here at Scone Park. Paddy Andrews will be the man to put the footy on the tee. We'll do our best to bring you all the insights here of major here. As Paddy Andrews gets us underway. Bit of a lower kick down. Jared Wicks takes it and hands it off that man, Daniel Ritter. Trucks it up towards the 20-metre line, straight in the arms of Cal Nugent and two other Greater Branxton Colts. They put him on his back. He'll play the ball here to Clydesdale. Clydesdale off to McIntyre. McIntyre trucks it forward. Another 10 metres made there. Finds his front. You're looking for a quick play the ball to start the roll for Scone. Clydesdale jumps out of 9. Andrews, ever reliable in behind the ruck. Makes another 10 metres there. He's wrestling in a tackle there with Brady Hammond. They eventually bring him down on the 40-metre line. Trucking up the centre of the field. Ball comes right to Wicks. Early touch here for Fechner on the edge. Good tackle underneath there by Ruben Andrews. Makes about 5 metres on that carry there. Clydesdale in. Goes himself here. Doesn't use his support. He makes about 10 metres there before Brady Hammond and team bring him to the ground. They've made it just into the Greater Branxton half. Wicks will be the first kicker here today. Puts it on the boot. Nice, long, deep bomb here down into the corner, and that'll be Zach Leonard with the footy. Makes a good carry there. He beats the first defender before Blake Andrews manhandles him into the turf. About 10 metres off his own line. 15 in from touch. That's Spruce there with the ball. He makes a good carry there. Met in a better tackle there over the top by Rob Shepherd. Puts him into the turf. Greeter working out of their own end here with Kane Bonham. Shepherd doubles up on the play there. Makes a second tackle there. Back to back. They're about 22 out centre of the field. Geordie Mitchell trucks it forward there. Ritter over the top. They bring him down. They've made 30 metres this set. Not making the metres that Scone were, but they're just getting into the arm wrestle here. Their first set, getting to a kick. Nugent takes the last one there. It'll be Paddy Andrews with the kick down the right edge. Inside his 40 there. Not the deepest kick. Puts it high. Riley Pennell coming towards that one. Bonham's chasing after him. Meets him there in a good tackle. He's 30 out. Exchanging just nice starting sets there for the two sides as Blake Johnson comes in off his wing looking for some work. Makes about 6 metres there, and he's met a good tackle underneath Nick Lawrence and Brady Hammond over the top. Ball comes into Andrews, his second carry of the game. Good strong carry there before Geordie Mitchells wrestles him to the ground. He finds his front though. They get a quick play the ball. McIntyre tips on out the back to Wicks. On to Fechner. Fechner looking to get an arm free. Bumps off one or two there. He's still going. He bounces out of another before Tyler Carter. Up to the challenger. He's one-on-one strip before Fechner strips it back. Strip for strip there, and Riley Pennell comes up with this. It'll be a full set for Scone. They're 35 out there in the field. Heading towards the Greeter line here. Play the ball here. McIntyre will take the first carry of the set here. He goes in behind the ruck there. Met a good tackle underneath by Nugent and Mitchell over the top. 25 out from the line here they are. Scone on the attack. Ritter goes out the back to Topless. Throws it out the back to Pennell. Pennell tips on to Rosa. Good tackle by Gahan Bonham there. Really good shutdown play off the wing. Ball comes infield to Topless. Tips on to Andrews. Andrews trucks it forward here. Looking for an offload there, but it's wound up. He's about 20 out centre of the field. Scone come right here with Clydesdale. Goes out to Wicks. Wicks out the back. Throws a long cut-out ball to Caleb Taylor. He's going to go in his ear. Really good effort at cover defence there, but Caleb Taylor's going to score the first try here in the major semi-final in the corner. Really good ball from Jared Wicks. Guys, good start.
Good start. Good movement with the footy. Greeter just didn't have quite have that, mongrel defence there, I didn't think.
Yeah.
I think the big is, mate, Scone, they take their chances. Like Greeter were looking good there, tried to get in the arm wrestle. Tyler Carter goes for that one-on-one strip and obviously doesn't pan out for him, so Scone go through and then go down in the corner. I think Greeter have just got to get back in the fight now and not look for those desperation plays. It's early in the game. I think if they just knuckle back down and get through their sets and try and compete with Scone, I think, could be the difference.
Yeah, you touched on it there, Johnny. Just going set for set to start the game, but we spoke about it in pre-game, the kicking game. That kick for Paddy Andrews probably wasn't the best kick. Didn't get a lot of purchase on it, and just going up over halfway pretty early in the set. You can't be given in that sort of field position.
No, 100% there, Foxy.
Jared Wicks, though, one of the most underrated players, I reckon, in Group 21 for the last probably 10 years. Great ball by him, so from a halfback to a halfback, probably probably the best ball of the day I've seen.
Definitely, definitely. And he is. He's just he's similar to your Dan Ritter. He gets out there, he does what he needs to do, and he's just doing it for the team. You know what I mean? One of those players that he'll use all his strengths to help his team get across that line, and he did exactly that then.
Definitely. He gets overshadowed a lot by the likes of Clydesdale and Austin and Ritter and those sort of big names in the side. And Wicks, just like you said, just gets in every week, get the same performance from him, and he never lets you down.
Yeah.
Young Jackson Smith here, he'll take his first shot from the sideline right here in front of the Greeter bench. He's about 22 back, about 20 centimetres in from touch. Gets his sways in, moves in. Hits it well. Great kick. Really good kick there by young Jackson Smith. Straight over the black dot. The touches didn't move. 6-0 here at Scone Park. Early lead to the Thoroughbreds in this major semi-final. 5 minutes into the fixture.
Jackson Smith will be one tired little boy tomorrow, I think.
Did he play a full game at 18s today?
He did. Yeah, he got him over in that last 30 seconds or whatever in his game, and backing up for A grade.
Be good to be young
Very
again.
impressive.
As Daniel Ritter will take the first carry here this set after points for Scone. Goes straight in the waiting arms of 4 Greeter Branxton Colts. Really good gang tackle there. They bring him down about 18 shy of his own try line. Clydesdale comes down the short with Wicks. He throws the dummy this time. He's got Billy Mitchell there who wraps him up with the help of Ruben Andrews. Makes about 10 metres there. He's about 10 in from touch here in front of the benches here. Fechner picks it up dummy half. No support runners there. Probably not the best carry. Makes about 5 metres. Finds his front. Gets a quick play the ball away. Centering ball there to Clydesdale onto McIntyre. They get to the middle of the field here, Scone. About 45 out. 4th tackle here in the set. Clydesdale into acting half. He gets Andrews up over the ad line again as he's done so well already. Offloads out the back to Clydesdale. He throws it wide to Shepherd. Shepherd will throw a dummy and go himself. Goes straight into a good one-on-one tackle by Paddy Andrews, and he's stolen the footy. Well, the one-on-one strip, we said it could be a factor today. Paddy Andrews comes up with a big play there for Greeter as Hayden Bailey takes the first carry there. Blakey Andrews not happy with that set and makes a really good tackle there on Bailey. Geordie Mitchell with the footy now. Good carry there, goes straight in the waiting arms of Fechner, and Fechner manages to roll him onto the back. They're 5 metres into Scone half here as Cal Nugent takes one off. Cops a little lazy high one there by Clydesdale. Yep, puts his hands up, acknowledges that one just crept up there. Good opportunity here for Greeter, guys.
I think so. This is what Greeter need to start doing now to apply the pressure and not panic. Don't think because they're down there and they're not going to score a try that it can't pay off at the back end of the game. So I think that's the biggest thing against Scone is when you have this, don't be disheartened if you don't get that that 6-pointer. Just roll your sleeves up and go again.
Yeah, maintain a bit of pressure, put some work on into the defensive line there. As Clydesdale, wow, we talk about taking opportunities. They've let one go there. Hayden Bailey's been one-on-one stripped by Adam Clydesdale. Very good play by Clydesdale there. So Scone off the hook here, and they'll come out of their own end with Blake Johnson. Good carry there. He makes it up over the 20. Blakey Andrews will get him behind the ruck. We'll call that all day today. And he does so before Tyler Carter comes in and monsters him up under the ribs there and gets him on his back. 30 out, centre of the field. Scone Thoroughbreds rolling up the field here. They go out the back to Wicks. Wicks throws the dummy. He's been throwing a lot of dummies here early. He's looking to run the footy. Good tackle underneath by Nugent. Holds on a little bit long. Ref says play on as Riley Pennell gets out of dummy half. Little jinking run there before Geordie Mitchell swallows him. Puts him into the turf. About 45 out from his own line. Topless will get a kick away. High kick, not the deepest kick, and Kane Bottom's going to settle under this one here. Takes it easily there. Centering run here. He comes infield, goes straight at the kicker and Topless, who brings him down. Greeter will start this set about 35 out from their own line. That is the centre of Oliver Spruce there. He's met a really strong tackle there by Blakey Johnson. He crept up a little bit high there. Gave him a bit of a grapple. So, again, here we go. Greeter with a little bit of an opportunity to get out of their own end here. Let's see if they can throw something a little bit better than that last set. As Paddy Andrews, nice touch finder there, drills it down. He makes about 30 metres on that. And Greeter, here they go. Starting the set 30 metres out from the Scone line. They'll be looking to come away with some points and even up this ball game. As the captain coach, Brady Hemmond, takes the first carry of the set there. Bit of a nothing run there. He only made about 5 metres and he was swallowed by Clydesdale and Andrews. Greeter, they come to the left here. Ruben Andrews throws out the back to Leonard. Leonard, early ball onto Billy Mitchell. Skips out of Caleb Taylor's tackle there before Wicks makes a really good one-on-one tackle. They're about 5 in here from this touch line. About 10 out from the try line. Tyler Carter will take a carry gear straight at McIntyre there. Really good tackle underneath by Ritter. They're 5 shy of the try line here. Let's see what they can come up with in attack. Lawrence throws one underneath. Gives the ball out to Paddy Andrews. Paddy Andrews puts it on the boot. Little crossfield kick. Kane Bottom couldn't get up for the footy there. probably not quite the execution he was after there. I think if he goes through their hands, they might have come away with a better result.
Yet again, Scone let off the hook there again. If I'm Greedo and probably Brady, I'm getting to me halves and going, let's just keep punching at him. Let's keep the ball in play and not turn over easy ball like that. We don't need to score off every set. And, the big plays sometimes need to go in the back pocket.
Yeah, well, as we see, Blakey Johnson, back-to-back errors from Blake Johnson. He's dead set got up and played the ball sideways there. He's had a bit of a moment. Well, yep, you touched on it. You'd be looking to see something a little bit better from the end of the set here by Paddy Andrews and Ruben Andrews. They'll have a full set at the Scone line, 20 out, and Geordie Mitchell will get us underway here. Goes straight in the waiting arms. Really good tackle underneath by Scotty McIntyre. Clydesdale over the top, controlling. Ball comes here. They go to the left here, Greedo. Lawrence throws the dummy. Wasn't happy with his runners there. He gets an offload away out the back. Ruby Andrews will pick up the footy here. He's looking for a runner off him. He doesn't have any options there. He manages to go himself. Really strong carrying tackle here by the Scone boys. They drive him back. Centering ball here to Nugent. Nugent goes straight into McIntyre. Really good carry there. McIntyre's coming out of that one worse for wear. A little bit groggy there. They'll play the ball here, Greedo. They drop Hammond underneath. They find Tyler Carter steaming in behind the ruck. Can he get over the line? He's thereabouts. Scone, 4 players get in there, manage to stop him inches shy of the try line. Lawrence throws it out the back to Paddy Andrews. They're on the attack here, Greedo. They go to Leonard. Leonard's got runners with him. He throws the ball. Oh, Oliver Spruce has slipped and dropped the footy. Missed opportunity there for Greedo. I thought Tyler Carter was crashing over there. Scone got there in numbers to stop him. Really good effort.
Mate, that's about the only thing that's going to stop him is getting literally a whole side in and around him to hold him up there. Great defence there by Scone and clearly showing why they've been the side, over the last 5 or 6 years. They just keep turning up for each other on that line and doing their job.
So if it looks like Scotty McIntyre picked up a bit of a head knock there, you reckon he'll come off here or?
Oh, I think could come off for a little bit of a assessment or whatever, and then he'll be straight back out there. He's a tough player. So
he does look like a tough unit.
Yeah.
He's managed to shake it off, and he's looking to pack into the scrum here as we've got a Greeter player in back play. I think it might be Spruce who was the unfortunate person who slipped over and dropped the footy on the back of that Greeter attacking play. And well, with 11 minutes gone in this ball game here, with an early lead of 6-0 to Scone.
I think Greeter's doing a good job of moving the footy side to side, but they're not going to get through the middle, I don't think, of Scone. I feel like if they keep attacking those edges, that's where it's going to open up for them a little bit more. But, yeah. Yeah,
well, for the people that were here last week or watched the replay of the game, that's where Greeter did manage to score some points on Scone. So hitting those edges, you touched on, you're not really going to get through the middle. Johnny, a bloke that's played for the middle. You got Andrews and Clydesdale and Ritter and those blokes in the middle. It's probably better to go elsewhere, isn't it?
It definitely is, mate. But you definitely need those. Every now and then you've got to test them back through the middle there, as we saw there with Tyler Carter. The change of direction is going to be key. Definitely for Greeter today. Get to those edges, but still have those change of direction. Players coming back underneath is going to be key for him, mate.
Absolutely. As Rosa will start the set here for Scone. They take the first carry off the scrum here. Met a good tackle there by Greeter. They drive him back and into the turf. Clydesdale in acting half here. He throws the dummy, tries to get the markers unsquare, and he does so. Very smart player, Clydesdale, former NRL player here, and otherwise known as the husband of Yasmin Clydesdale. As he earns a penalty there for the Scone Thoroughbreds, and Topless will put it into touch. They will start this set about 5 shy of the halfway line here. So the ball comes into Rosa. He'll tap the footy and go himself, will he? Yes, he does. Exactly that. Spruce gets out of the line, makes good contact there. Helped out by Paddy Andrews over the top. They lift him and drive him into the turf. They're about 5 in from the far touchline here at Scone Park. Pennell tips on to McIntyre. He looks better there now. He looks like he's shaking that little bit of a knock, and he makes a carry there. About 5 metres on that one he takes. Clydesdale, they hit back the short side there. Topless. He throws a dummy. He's going to get through himself. Great tackle, had to be made. Geordie Mitchell over the top there, manages to bring him down from behind. They're 30 out here. Clydesdale will get the ball in the middle here. He's got runners off him. They've got Shape here to the right, and they find Wicks. Caleb Taylor against the grain. Goes straight in the waiting arms of Nugent. Really good defence there as he comes back against the grain. They're 20 out from the try line here, about 5 to the right of sticks. Andrews gets the footy in his hand, steps off his left, goes back in. He gets over the top of Nugent there before Brady Hammond manages to wrestle him to the ground with the help of Geordie Mitchell. They're 5 shy of the try line here. They come right. Wicks puts it on the boot there. A little grubber behind. The wingers picked it up and just throws it over the dead ball line. Happy to do so there. Safety first option. Not bad set there by Scone.
No, 100% there, Foxy. They'll do that day in, day out, and that's what it's got to be. Greeter have got to understand that's going to come at them, and they're just going to have to ride the wave, combat the storm, so to speak, that's going to come at them. Their opportunities will come, as we've seen early in the game. They've spent a little bit of time down the opposite end, so they've just got to be patient.
It's Paddy Andrews with the big boot. A little bit of a torpedo drop kick goes towards Wicks. He picks it up on the 40. He hands it off to Daniel Ritter. Centering run here goes into Nugent. Good contact there over the top. And Brady Hammond will come in with the help of Hayden Bailey here, and they will stop him. About 25 shy of the try line here. Scone on the attack, looking for more points here early in this ball game. Blakey Andrews leaves Nugent behind. He's wrestling there with Geordie Mitchell. Ref calls held. Ritter will get the footy in his hands here. He goes out the back to Wicks. Wicks with a short ball. Hits Sammy Fechner. He leaves 1 or 2 in his wake. Tyler Carter, a really good tackle underneath. Cuts him down, and they're about a metre shy of the try line here. Scone. Runners off. Wicks, he throws short to McIntyre. McIntyre trying to get down over the line. Brady Hammond manages to stop him there. Really good tackle there. They stop him inches short of the try line. Ball comes to Clydesdale in the middle here. He's looking for runners. He's got no one there with him. He ducks his head and goes himself for getting an offload away to Topless. Topless back here. Looking for runners off him. He gets one to McIntyre. McIntyre, he won't pass. He'll go himself. They're about 3 shy. A little bit disjointed there, that play. Last tackle here, Scone. Topless puts it on the boots. Has played out there. That'll be 6 more for Scone. Wicks picks up the loose footy. They'll have a full set here. Not what Greeter were after there. 2 metres shy of the try line here. Scone, numbers to the left. They go out the back to Andrews. Andrews steps off his left there, goes himself. He's wrestling there with 3 Greeter blokes. They bring him down. Clydesdale throws the dummy out of dummy half. Is he too strong? Yes, he is. Clydesdale threw the dummy to the big open shape to the left. Thought he could go himself and scores the second try for Scone.
He's pretty well known for that one. Straight near the try line there. Big show and go and gets over.
Johnny, you touched on the repeat set there by Scone. That probably led to a little bit of sustained pressure there, wearing out that effort from the Greeter boys, and ultimately they just couldn't match it there after back-to-back sets against Scone.
No, definitely against Scone, mate. That's not you don't want to get into that. Look, you want to go set for set with them, but you don't want to be going set for set on your own line or doubling up, because they will make you hurt. Obviously, Clydesdale at 9. Wixie's been good for him at the moment. He's shown his hand a little bit. He's probably run a little bit more than we've sort of seen him in previous years. But yeah, the likes of Ritter and Blakey Andrews doing their job back through the middle at the moment, and then Fechner hitting it on the edge is starting to cause some havoc here for Greeter.
Yeah, and we look at the transition there with Greeter when they had their opportunities up the other end here attacking the Scone line. They probably didn't come up with the clinical end of the set that Wicks did by getting a repeat set and putting some more pressure on that defensive effort from Scone. And yeah, we touched on pre-game. When you get those opportunities, you need to maintain some pressure and build that pressure and wear them out, and they just couldn't do that, and Scone managed to go the other way and show how classy they are and do the exact opposite of what Greeter did. So Smith will have a much easier kick at goal here. Pots it over to give the scoreline here 12-0 in the favour of the Scone Thoroughbreds over Greeter Branxton Colts in this major semi-final. We've had 15 and a half minutes in this ball game, 24 minutes left on the clock, and Greeter just need to find a bit of energy here. I'd be looking for a big, deep kick-off here and a bit more intensity. I think, Sophie, you touched on it earlier, just a little bit more mongrel in their defence. Try and stop the Scone roll forward.
I think when it sort of comes down to this, it sort of is that energy in the 1%ers and just not giving up. There's plenty of time to go, so if Greeter can do that, then it's still anyone's game.
Let's see if they're listening and put some effort into their defensive efforts here. They stop Ritter there with the first carry, 20 metres out from his own line. Scotty McIntyre will take the next one there. He goes straight into Oliver Spruce, and Geordie Mitchell comes in with the help of Paddy Andrews. They bring him to the ground. 10 metres on that carry there for McIntyre. They go left to Topless. Early tip on there to Robbie Shepherd. Shepherd makes about 10 metres. Making 10 metres every play here with East Scone. A little bit more effort and intensity in the line from Greeter I'll be looking for here. As they come back to the centre here with Blake Andrews. Straight in the arms there of the captain coach Brady Hammond. They wrestle him to the ground. They're about 5 shy halfway. Centre of the field here, Scone. They go to Wicks. Wicks early tip on here to Fechner. Fechner, good tackle underneath by Ruben Andrews. He's hanging onto a leg for dear life. Fechner gets the ball away to Pennell. Pennell skipping it across field here. Nick Lawrence up to the challenge there. Makes a good tackle there. Last tackle. Wicks will put it on the boot here. Nice deep. Bit of a cage bob down into the corner here for the Greeter Branxton Colts to come out of. Sams with a nice step off his right there. Beats Smith on the chase. He's got runners inside him. Billy Mitchell there. Makes it up towards the 40-metre line before Andrews wrestles him over the top with a little bit too much there. Yep, Jesse Rudder says, get off his head, you're not a hat. Greeter, here we go. We spoke about what they can do when they get a bit of an opportunity. They'll have a penalty here right on their 40-metre line. They'll roll into the Scone half here. And Johnny, what would you be wanting from Greeter here?
Mate, just getting through this next set, to be perfectly honest, Foxy. Just finding our front. Definitely, if we can get into a good attacking spot, have a shot, but get back into that arm wrestle has got to be key for them. And to do that, they've really got to be a little bit more clinical with their passing, I think.
Absolutely, as Geordie Mitchell will take the first carry here. Just probably lacking a little bit of intensity and leg speed, I think, Greta, so far. I'll be looking for that to change as they tip on here to Cal Nugent. He bounces out of one tackle there, Rob Shepherd. They're into the Scone half here. They're just shy of the 40-metre line, centre of the field. Nick Lawrence will come left to the captain coach in Hammond. Hammond looks out the back here to Ruben Andrews. Early tip on to Tyler Carter. Really good line speed there from Jared Wicks. He makes about 2 metres before he was up in his face. Really good shutdown there by the Scone boys, and Tyler Carter looks a little bit injured after that one. Brady Hammond, really good line speed. This is a line speed I think the Greeter boys need to look at and match. As Scone, they've made 13 metres on this whole set so far. They go right to Paddy Andrews. Andrews tips on to Hayden Bailey, who's out in the right edge here running. Good tackle over the top there by Rob Shepherd and Daniel Ritter underneath. They're about 20 shy. Last tackle here. Paddy Andrews will put it on the boot. Dinky little kick in towards the in-goal area there. Riley Pennell's happy to sit on it. Chase isn't quite good. Jackson Smith, safety first approach there. Taps it dead. I think Riley Pennell was quite happy to sit on that and let it go dead, but Jackson Smith not wanting to take any chances, just bats it dead there. So better kick there by Paddy Andrews.
100%, and that's definitely what Greta need, to apply a bit more pressure, get through this set again. If you don't come away with points, that's okay, but you're starting to build that pressure and starting to, sap the juice out of the likes of Ritter and Blake Andrews and that, which you've really got to do.
Absolutely you do, yep. As Pennell puts it on the boot. Nice line drop out here. Makes about 47 metres before Geordie Mitchell will take the carry here. Goes straight in the arms. He skips out of the attempted shot by Caleb Taylor. Jared Wicks will finish him off there. They're 30 out from the try line, Greeter Brankston Colts. 12-0 down in this fixture here. 20 minutes to go in the first half of football. Centre of the field here, the Greeter Brankston Colts. Let's see what Paddy Andrews can juster here in the attacking set. They come left to Tyler Carter. Just goes straight at Wicks. He gets an offload out the back here to Ruben Andrews. Lawrence will tip it on here to Geordie Mitchell. Back to the centre of the field here. Really good one-on-one tackle there. Big front row and front rower. Scotty McIntyre wins that battle there. Cal Nugent running off Lawrence there. He throws a dummy to him. Tyler Carr. The ball goes out the back. This will be play on. It's gone backwards. The ball finds the hands of Ethan Sams. This will be a try. I tell you what, that's not what the script would have been reading. Tyler Carter was looking to get that footy. It's gone backwards. They need to find the hands of Ethan Sams in the corner. Try.
That's it. You've got to take your chances against Scone, Foxy, and Greta definitely took their chance there. If I'm Brady Hammond, I'd be talking to the young fullback Zach Leonard and get him around Tyler Carter. Play a little bit off his hip. He's a couple of offloads now, so that's definitely where you need to start looking. They're getting 2 or 3 at him, but use him as the decoy and have the other guys around him.
Yeah, well, you're seeing that. I think it was Caleb Taylor that shot in there trying to shot Tyler Carter, and they've been really effective at shutting him down earlier. So that's obviously something they've spoken about, and that, like I said, it wasn't scripted, but the ball found its way out the back to Billy Mitchell, and he summed it up well, the 2-on-1 there. And Ethan Sams gets Greeter Brankston on the scoreboard here. So if we touched on it, just build a bit of pressure. That repeat set there, just forcing Scone to do a little bit more defence and tire the boys out.
And that's what it comes down to, being patient in that attack. When you're coming up a team that is as tough as Scone, being patient. Like Johnny said, they don't have to score every set, but it is just wearing them out. But I think too, just goes to show, you got to play to the whistle. Hey, you can't, you can't wait for that whistle to be blown. You've got Adam over there asking the questions, and Jesse was happy with it all, so you got to play on.
100%. I know we're not always happy with the calls, but at the end of the day, you got to play what they call, and it's a try nonetheless, the Greeter Brankston Colts.
And I think the refs are pretty big at the moment on playing the advantage too, as well. So, and which is great. It's quick footy, but yeah, you can't wait for that whistle to be blown. Yeah, learn that the hard way.
At the end of the day, they're not going to change their mind, are they? So whatever they blow or call is what they're going to run with, and you just got to get on with it. And as Paddy Andrews got 10 in from touch here, right in front of the canteen, look to add the extra 2. Moves in. Hits it sweet. It's slicing, though, across the face. Not the best kick by Paddy Andrews. He obviously hasn't been listening to Lewis Hughes at training with the kicking practice there, and he puts it across the face. 12-4 we read on the scoreboard here with 17 minutes and 50 seconds left in this first half. A little quick shout-out to Jeremy Nichols and the Merriwell Magpies sitting at the Merriwell RSL ready for the chook raffles and watching the Footy Fever call here. And Jackson Smith will get us underway here. Nice deep kick-off. Goes down towards Leonard at fullback. He'll hand it on to Brady Hammond, and Hammond will start the set here for Greeter Brankston Colts. He goes straight in the arms of Ritter, and Radford, fresh off the bench. Plenty of energy there. Drives him back 5 metres after contact. Good tackle. Here we go, Geordie Mitchell getting across field there, and Jared Wicks has been up for the challenge here defensively today. He's been everywhere, Wicks. Been really impressed with him early. Tyler Carter down the short side. Bounces out to Andrews. You don't hear that very often. It goes over the top of Fechner. He makes 15 metres there. They're about 32 out from the O-line. A little bit too long in that play the ball, but the ref says play on. Nugent centering run here and goes into Radford. Bounces out of that tackle, finds his front. 40 metres out from their own line, the Colts. Paddy Andrews inside his 40. He's looking for a 40-20 here. Hayden Topless, former fullback, up for the challenge there. Catches on his 20 and brings it infield here. Goes straight in the arms of Spruce, and Scone will start their set. 35 out from their own line. Blakey Johnson, really strong carry there. Good leg speed. Goes straight in the arms of Bonham. Makes about 10 metres there before he's brought down with the help of Aiden Stewart. Radford, his first carry, and he's coughed it up. Great tackle underneath by Cal Nugent. Coughs that one up, and Greta Brankston will have a full set here, right on halfway. Let's see what they can come up with here. Hayden Bailey carries the ball up over halfway, pulls a bit of a handbrake there, and Ritter says, thank you, I'll take that, and puts him into the turf. They come left here, Stewart onto the field. I believe that's Stewart. Yep, Aiden Stewart, number 15 for Greta, as the interchange is starting to make their way onto the field. That man, Cal Nugent, Radford, trying to make up for a really good tackle there. Tries to get him back for his earlier error. They come left here, Ruben Andrews. Early tip on here to Tyler Carter, wasn't expecting it. Nonetheless, he takes it and goes straight in the arms of 3 Scone boys there. Bit of a nothing play there, about 5 in from the touchline, 20 out from the Scone line. 2 plays left in this set. Stewart with another carry. He's been busy since he come off the field. Radford makes a tackle. They're 10 shy of the try line here. The ball come right to Paddy Andrews. Lawrence dummies and goes left. Little dinky grubber into the in-goal area. Jackson Smith swoops on it. Can he get it? His own end here. Plenty of Greta boys there up for the challenge. 4 or 5 blokes. They meet him in the in-goal area. This is much better footy from the Colts.
Mate, that's exactly what Greta needed. You know, after that try, they got in, completed their set, got into the arm wrestle, and yeah, got another back-to-back set, mate. So it should be interesting, Foxy. They're starting to turn up for the fight.
Yeah, just seen the notch probably twist up a little bit here for the Colts. A little bit of energy off the bench, and yeah, like you said, they're just starting to get a bit more finesse on the back of their sets and a bit more vigour in their defence, and starting to meet the challenge of Scone. With 15 minutes to go in this first half, Pennell will get a wobbly old drop kick that's going to trickle down to the middle of the field here. Leonard will hand it off to the busy man, Stewart. Goes straight into Andrews there. Andrews bends him back and rolls him onto his back. Really dominant tackle over the top there. They're about 28 shy of the Scone try line here. They come to the middle, and Andrews will tip on to Hayden Bailey. Goes straight into Radford there. They bring him down. He finds his front, though. Can he get a quick play of the ball away here? They're 20 out. Lawrence dummies one under there. The runners aren't quite up for the challenge there, and he has to go himself. Andrews happy to take that on. 15 shy, centre of the field here. Cal Nugent takes one. He goes straight into a strong tackle there by Clydesdale. Oh, yep. Jesse Rudders thought that's a little bit high. Clydesdale not happy with that. Nugent just wore that a little bit high. Do you think that was high from up here?
No, I think he fell into it. To be perfectly honest there, Foxy. He did lose his feet, and I thought, yeah, Adam hit him sort of chest.
Spoken like a true front rower there, fell into it. Anyways, Greta with a full set here. They'd love some more points here, and Clydesdale makes up for that one. A really strong tackle underneath. 1-on-1 there, and he dominates Hayden Bailey. The ball comes left here to Ruben Andrews. They got runners off him. Radford he bounces out that shot of Radford. Tips on inside to Leonard in support. Leonard looking for a dinky run in behind there, trying to catch some lazy defenders. Clydesdale and Ritter, they bury him into the turf. They're 5 shy of the try line here. They go right to Paddy Andrews. Andrews throws a dummy underneath. He's going to run it himself. Bounces out of the first tackle there before Blakey Johnson wraps him up over the top. They're 5 in from the far touch line. Vinnie Morris is with his first touch. First time I've called him today. He's been a bit quiet.
I think that's actually young Flynn Mitchell, Foxy. I think it's been a bit of a change to the program. That's young Flynn Mitchell from their 18 side.
Good pick up there as Ruben Andrews puts it on the toe there. Tyler Carter. Wow. Maintaining pressure here. Really good kick there on the back of that set by Ruben Andrews. And it bounced up high, and Jackson Smith and Jared Wicks had to get up and knock it back. Safety first there because Tyler Carter was looking for a try.
Greta's starting to show up a little bit. Like you said, they're looking a little bit more composed and a little bit more of an idea with their attack at the line now, and Scone needing to step it up a notch with their defence. This is, the third defensive set for them?
Yeah, absolutely. Three defensive efforts in a row. Let's see if Greta can come away with probably just a little bit more finesse in their attack, and I think they can come away with some points here after maintaining this pressure. 12.5 minutes to go here. Scone under the pump here in defence as Riley Pennell a bit better drop out there. He goes 40 metres before Aiden Stewart will start the set. He goes straight into Clydesdale. Probably not the bloke to run it, and he drops him there. 25 shy of the try line. Ball goes right to Hayden Bailey. Radford comes out of the line to meet him there. Good tackle. He gets an offload out the back to Lawrence. Lawrence with runners off him. Nugent will take it on here. Centering run, he goes straight into Sam Fechner and Blakey Andrews. They're 10 shy of the try line here, Greeter. Looking for some more points in this ball game. They come left here with shape. Ruben Andrews gets the footy early. Touch to Billy Mitchell. Oh, if he tipped on there, I think they score in the corner. He throws the dummer and he's brought down about a metre shy. Holds onto the footy there. They come centering here to Ruben Andrews. He's got no runners there. A little bit disjointed there. He skips out of a high one from Blakey Andrews. Rudder says play on. Lawrence Picardo close to the line. He bounced out of one. Has he lost it? No. A little bit slow here to get up. Caleb Taylor, really good tackle. Last play here. Let's see what they can come up with. Ruben Andrews puts it on the boot. Good kick into the in-goal area. Hits the upright. Blakey Johnson swoops on it. He's going to get out of his own end here. Really good work from Blake Johnson. Swooped on the loose footy in his in-goal area, and Greeter Chase was not up for it there. Scone off the hook, looking to come out of their own end with Radford steaming onto the footy there. Good tackle underneath by Lawrence. This game's gone up a notch in the last 5 minutes. Good footy here from both sides. Johnson, the man that saved the day there for Scone, takes another good carry. 10 metres there. Gets it up the 20-metre line, centre of the field. Topless, Brady Rosa with the footy there. Good carry there by Rosa. Makes 10 metres there, but equally good defence by the Colts. Pennell into dummy half, looking for a lazy marker. Doesn't get that there. The tackle's made by that man, Flinny Mitchell, as you called, Johnny Douglas. Ball comes to Wicks. He's kicked from inside the 40 here. Leonard up for the challenge. Swoops on it on the full. Really good sliding take there. Takes it on his 20 before he looks up and sees a wall of Scone defenders. That man, Blake Andrews, is the man that brings him down. They'll start this set. 30 up from their own line as Ethan Sams gets infield. Strong tackle by Rosa over the top. Greeter Brankston Colts just trickling back behind the footy here. They need some energy to stay in this ball game. Billy Mitchell's a bit of a sideways run there before he's brought down by Caleb Taylor and Jackson Smith. Carter, he knows one way. He goes forward. Probably not his normally robusting run there, but he's made 7 metres before he's brought to the ground. Paddy Andrews will tip it on to Hayden Bailey as they get a little bit wider of the ruck. Here's Scone up for the challenge. Clydesdale looking for another one-on-one strip. It'll be the last play here. Let's see what Andrews comes up with. Lawrence throws the dummy to him. Ball goes to a fronty, not the person you want on the last. Ruben gets a kick away nonetheless. Jackson Smith will take it easy as. Starts this set here. Beats the first effort there in defence. He's 22 out from his own line. Blake Johnson, he's stepped up in the last 5 minutes and really getting energised here. Helping Scone get out of their own end. Good carry there. He makes about 15 through the centre of the field. Ball comes right to Pennell. He's done exactly that too. And Tyler Carter, really good tackle underneath there. They're up about 5 shy of halfway, Scone. Radford steaming onto the footy here as he does all the time. Goes straight in the waiting arms of Paddy Andrews, who brings him to the ground. They're 5 into Greeter Brankston's half here. Ball goes left to Topless. Topless with runners with him. Throws short to Shepherd. Shepherd through a hole here. He's in the backfield before Paddy Andrews rides him to the ground here. And he's lost the footy there in that contest. Had to be made there by Paddy Andrews.
Mate, 100% there, Foxy. You just got to keep competing and pushing for your mate, especially in games like this. Those players are the ones that can turn games. And I think Greeter is starting to get that upper hand, but then after that, they sort of let it slide a little bit.
Yeah, so if we touched on Blakey Johnson and Riley Pennell, that young energy. You sort of seen the forwards probably starting to get a little bit, I wouldn't say dominated, but Greeter starting to get the ascendancy, and then those back 5 from Scone come through and help them get up the field.
Yep, just coming through that middle there, giving those big boys a bit of a rest and getting some few extra metres for them.
Yeah, it's the last thing you want to see, isn't it, Johnny? When you're defending in the line there, quick feet.
Oh, look, as 100%, back end of each half, around that 8-minute mark, and Pennell's starting to make a little bit of a nuisance of himself in and around the ruck there. So don't be surprised if we see that a lot more with 8 minutes to go, mate. Yeah,
absolutely. It's definitely working for the Scone boys. Nonetheless, Greeter will have a scrum here coming out of their own end. They're about 15 shy of their own line. Kane Bonham starts to set off there. He finds his front, gets a quick play of the ball away, and Nugent's going to roll up over the ad line, go straight into Radford. Radford, plenty of energy since he's come onto the field, as he always does. Really good one-on-one tackle there. Ball comes into Stewart. Stewart's been busy too. Meets the wall there of Clydesdale and Radford again. They're 35 shy of their own try line here, Greeter. Paddy Andrews gets the ball, just dumps it underneath there to... you sure that's Flinny Mitchell and not Vinnie Morris, Johnny? I'm trusting you here, but you are a front rower and you are wrong quite often.
No, I'm pretty confident, mate. I had him in the 18s-21 side this year, and he definitely got plenty of leg drive on that edge. So
I'll trust you just this once and once only. As the end of the set comes to Paddy Andrews here. He puts a little bit of a torpedo attempt up. It doesn't quite hit it so sweet. Riley Pennell will take that wobbly bomb on his own 10-metre line. He's coming up the field here. He goes straight into Brady Hammond. Brady Hammond there. Really good one-on-one tackle on the much smaller body of Pennell. Brings him down. 20 out from their own try line. The Scone Thoroughbreds rolling out of their own end. Scoreboard of 12-4 in the favour of the Thoroughbreds here. Really good carry after contact there. Blakey Johnson, he's coming alive here. Rosa getting on the back of that. Really good carry up over the ad line. Meets a high tackle there, but it's allowed to be play on. It's a big 10 metres by Jesse Rudder. It's about 13, mate. Nonetheless, play on here. Ritter will take it up over the ad line. Goes into the wall there of Stewart and Brady Hammond. They're into the Greeter Branxton half here. 6.5 minutes to go in this first half of footy. Jared Austin onto the field. They dummy him and they go to Wicks. Wicks with Fechner with him. He skips under a high one there. Yeah, that's a lazy play there. Ruben Andrews just stuck the arm out there and, yep, that'll be a penalty. I think that was the last play too, so that's a little bit concerning for Greeter. That's not the time you want to be giving away a penalty as Scone roll into your half.
No, not after everything they've already done. Hayden managed to get themselves back into the fight, and now a half lazy arm, so to speak, from the half. Now they've just got to roll their sleeves up and defend their line again.
As Caleb Taylor starts to set with a strong carry off the tap here, rolls it right towards the 10-metre line. They're 10 in from touch, 10 out from the try line here, looking to come away with more points against the Colts here. Big long ball into the middle there to Clydesdale. He gives it off to Jared Austin with his first carry. Looking to get his jersey dirty. It's the cleanest one out there at the moment. Clydesdale goes out the back there, finds Andrews steaming onto the footy. Be hard to stop from there. Greeter up for the challenge here. Can they back it up and weather the storm of this set from the Thoroughbreds? Clydesdale goes left to Topless. Topless out the back to Pennell. They got numbers here if they can get it away. Great hands, but it's forward. Liam Anderson hasn't moved. To be honest, I thought that last pass from Rosa on to Johnson did look a little bit forward, and Liam Anderson's called so accordingly. Let off the hook there, but that was really good shape to the left there, Soph.
I think Greeter would have just taken a nice big deep breath of relief for that one. But I feel like Greeter's done a bit of their homework with that. They're sort of all over these little moves of the shift of the footy. So it's a good little contesting game.
Yeah, you sort of look at that first 10 minutes where Scone really had the upper hand. Whatever happened, Greeter's actually just started to get himself into the arm wrestle of the game here. So with 5 minutes to go, they just need to find a bit of energy here and get it down the other end of the field. And it'll be that man, Ethan Sams, I believe, that takes the first carry of the set for the Colts. 10 out from their own line here, and Kane Bonham will come in and help the forwards out. Good carry there by Bonham. He skips out of the tackle of Ritter, which you don't call so very often. Wrestled to the ground by Wicks. Wicks has been great for Scone early here. Brady Hammond steps off his right there, beats out Jared Austin, gets an offload away, but it's to the wrong man, Daniel Ritter. Some of the best support play of Daniel Ritter's career there, and he takes the offload from Brady Hammond. Tell you what, that's not what Greeter Branxton need right now. We won't be happy with that, Brady Hammond, the captain coach. Scone with a full set here, rolling in. 20 metres out from the Colts line. Shape to the right, and they do so. They go there through Fechner. Fechner tips it back through the middle here to Pennell. Good tackle underneath there by Aidan Stewart. Stops Pennell about 12 out from the try line. Clydesdale jumps out, throws a dummy, trying to catch those markers lazy. Gets a quickish play the ball away here. Wicks into dummy half, finds Topless. They got numbers left, and they find a great ball there to Robbie Shepherd. Topless summed that up perfectly. They could have went out the back or out the front there. They had him stripped for numbers. And after a little bit of an uncharacteristic error there from Brady Hammond, the scoreboard's now going to read 16-4 in the favour of the Thoroughbreds. They won't be happy with that, the Colts.
No, that's 100% Scone though, right there, Foxy. They just stay in the arm wrestle no matter what's going on with them. They'll buckle back down and get through their sets, and that experience is starting to show. There with Topless and that. So should be interesting.
Yeah, worrying signs there. Like we just touched on, probably the effort from Greeter to get themselves back into the ball game, and I guess they've used a lot of energy. And the thing that worried me there was the defensive numbers on the edge there for the right edge of the Colts. They could have went out the back to Topless, to Pennell, and they hit the short runner. And either way, I think they come away with points there, the Thoroughbreds. So 3 minutes here. They just got to reset. The Colts will. I'd say they'll go down 18-4. Smith shouldn't have any dramas plotting this one over from about 10 to the left of the uprights. Although funny things have happened as a goal kicker. Tell you what, Brady Hammond, not usually known for those silly errors coming out of his own end, throwing offloads and stuff like that. He probably won't be real happy with himself.
I think, too, those little 1% errors that happen, it's fatigue's kicking in. Like you said, we got about 2 minutes left, and he's covered some metres in that first half and had some big runs and made some big tackles. So he's just those little things where you just have
Yeah. Like you said, when you're under fatigue, you do some silly things. Johnny, as a front row, when you start getting under fatigue, you start looking for that little ball. You hear, you want to get that offload away to the fullback in support or something, and sometimes it doesn't quite come off.
No, 100% there, Foxy. The game's been quite a fast-paced one too, to be perfectly honest. I think Scone have been able to find their front literally in every tackle, which is probably now showing on Greeter in the back end of the half. If after half-time, Greeter, I think that needs to be what they work on, is trying to win those tackles. If you're losing 2 out of 3 in a set, you're in for a tough back end of the game.
Absolutely. Yeah, you touch on that. Ruck control, yep. Probably 8 out of 10 runs for Scone. They find their front, they get that ascendancy, and when you've got a crafty hooker in the likes of Clydesdale, dead set honestly could probably be playing NRL still. He's still at that calibre. He's going to cut you to pieces eventually when you start getting those quick play the balls, and he's starting to do so. As Paddy Andrews, with 1:30 left on the clock here in the first half of this fixture of the major semi-final.
Oh, yes, please.
And Jared Austin will take the kick-off here and steam into the waiting arms of Aiden Stewart. He spins out of that one there. Really good carry by Jared Austin. Makes 22 metres on the start of the set there for the Thoroughbreds. Andrews will roll straight in the arms there of the Colts. Good defence there. He manages to find about 6 or 7 metres post-contact there. Rolls up towards the 40-metre line. Quick play the ball. Clydesdale will go here. Marker's been lazy. Throws the dummy. Goes straight into that. Makes 10 metres there. Good work by Clydesdale. They're up to halfway, the Thoroughbreds. Wicks out the back to Topless. Topless throws the dummy there. Not happy with the shape outside him. Comes back against the grain. Looking for runners there before he succumbs to the tackle there of Tyler Carter. Really good control over the top by Carter. The bigger man throwing his weight around. 40 out from the try line there. Clydesdale dummies right. Goes left to Austin with a little tip on. Austin, nice carry there. Makes about 7 metres before Carter backs up and makes the tackle. Scone, they go left through Topless. He put it on the boot. Little dinky chip. Greeter Brankston. Spruce. Nice work to swoop on that one there. Needed to be made. 25 seconds as the clock winds down here in the first half. Bonham will take this carry here. Go straight in the waiting arms of Andrews, and Andrews will swallow him here. Colts probably just looking for the siren here. They'll have a nice easy set here and go to the break. Billy Mitchell wrapped up there by Fechner. Swings him around, drags him to the ground. They're 15 out from their own line, the Colts. Ethan Sams in off his line. Jared Wicks races out of the line there, tries to shot him. Good carry by Sams there, bounces out of 2, heads towards the sideline. As the siren goes in the background, that'll do us for the first half here. Jesse Rudder blows time, and the Scone Thoroughbreds 18-4 against the Greeter Brankston Colts in this major semi-final as they look to sew up a home grand final. Guys, good call for the first half, and we'll be back shortly.
Break.
Game, Scone leading 18.4.
Back here at Scone Park. Scone out on the field looking eager to get this footy back underway. The Colts probably just in there going back over a few notes from Brady Hammond and the co. Guys, what are Greeter got to do in this second half to find a way back into this ball game? Not that they're out of the ball game, but to give themselves a chance of winning this ball game.
I think we were talking about it during the break, Foxy. They've really got to start winning those tackles, in defence. So they've probably been lucky to maybe win 1 or 2 out of the set. And against Scone, you can't have them winning, 3 or 4 tackles and finding their front with those play the balls, because that's what really showed towards the back end of the half there. Other than that, I think they've just got to, staying in that fight. We're starting to see they're picking them apart in bits and pieces, and we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, we made a good point as we were talking off air. With Scone, at times in games you think you've got them rattled, and all of a sudden they just find a way to score a try and get off the hook. So, you spoke about maintaining that pressure. So if you touched on the 3 repeat sets that Greeter managed to put on Scone, and then obviously couldn't come away with points, and how much of a major factor that'll be later in the game. If you're the coach, you're saying we need to do that again, don't we?
Definitely. But I think for Scone now, this second half, they're running into beer tent and they love it. So they're buzzing. They were out there first, and they're going to be ready. Starting
like that, they're dead set going to drive him straight back into the beer tent. He picks up a bit of an injury there on the back of that. Blake Johnson and Brady Rose are dead set trying to drive him straight into the beer tent here at Scone Park. Really strong efforts. You touch on it there, going into the beer tent in the second half. They've definitely come out with some energy and some sting in defence here, the Thoroughbreds. Strong tackle. 3rd tackle of the set there, and they're only just trickled over the 20-metre line, the Colts, through Brady Hammond. Centre of the field. Ball comes right to Nugent. Nugent's been busy today, been impressed with him. Equally impressive there, the defence, as Austin and Shepherd put him on his back. He's 30 shy of his own line. Brady Hammond, his second carry of the set. Probably just doesn't have the spring in his step that he once did, Brady Hammond. He looks like his knee's heavily strapped there. He might be carrying a bit of an injury. As Paddy Andrews puts it on the boot. Nice torpedo bomb down. This will test Pennell out early. Really good take there, about 15 out from his own line, and he's up and running. Goes straight into Lawrence. Lawrence makes a really strong tackle underneath there, brings him down. Pennell, go back and play it where you're tackled, mate. And he does so on the 30-metre line. Blakey Johnson will take the second carry of the set here. Goes into a strong wall there. About 35 shy of his own try line. Good field position to start the set here by Scone. Third tackle, and they're heading up towards halfway through Rosa. Strong tackle there. They bury him back. This is better. They need a bit more of this ruck control and dominance in defence. The Colts. Topless jumps down the short. Throws a dummy there. Slips inside one defender. Eventually brought down by the inside man, Oliver Spruce. Ball goes centering to Clydesdale. Clydesdale runners off him, hits Austin. Austin gets tackled underneath well by Nugent. They're 10 metres into the Colts half. They come down the left and Topless put it on the boot. No one at home here. The fullback out of position. Will this ball stay in the in-goal area? It takes a step to the right. No, it trickles into the beer tent here at Scone Park. Right idea there by Topless. The fullback way out of position, but unfortunately the bounce of the ball just didn't quite go their way. As Kane Bonham takes the start of the set here with a tap. Goes straight in the high shot there by Jared Austin. Play on's the call by Jesse Rudder. Good run there by Ethan Sams. He's been good off the wing for the Colts. They probably need a bit more of his energy through the middle. Good 15-metre carry there, and Carter's rolling up over the ad line. Equally good tackle by Ritter underneath there as he gets tackled on halfway. Third tackle of the set. Hammond tips it out the back here to Andrews. Andrews throws a cutout ball to the back row here, and Flynn Mitchell. Flynn Mitchell goes at Rosa. He's cut down underneath with Shepherd helping out. They're 5 metres into the Scone half. Not a bad step for the Colts here. Let's see what they can finish with. They shift it left there with Carter. Tips it out the back to Ruben Andrews. Billy Mitchell with space in front of him. Caleb Taylor, a strong tackle there. Up for the challenge on his centre counterpart, and he drives him into touch. Let him know about it too. Billy Mitchell put him sideways there and put him straight into touch.
Yeah, I think with that rain starting to fall now too, Foxy, I think they've got to get a little bit smarter with their movement. You're that close to the sideline, you've got to try and come back in. It's definitely going to be a case of within 5 or 6 metres, you're possibly going to end up over the sideline.
Yeah, 100%. You as a coach, you taught your centres and your wingers use the sideline as another defender, and Caleb Taylor openly did that and threw him straight into touch. Thoroughbreds let off the hook there because it wasn't too bad a set by the Colts otherwise. Ritter takes a strong carry in behind the ruck there. Stronger tackle there by Hammond and young Mitchell. They bring him down, 40 out from the try line. Topless tips it on to Shepherd. Shepherd's been good there. Good shot over the top by Andrews. They're driving him back here. Spruce in there helping him. He's getting close to the sideline here. He's about 5 in from touch here in front of Liam Anderson on the touchline. Little bobble there, but it's play on. Riley Pennell goes straight into the front rowers here, and Stewart and Hammond manages to muscle his way for another metre there before Hammond wrestles him to the ground, puts him on his back. Up over halfway goes Blake Andrews. Good carry there. Nugent up for the challenge. Good tackle underneath. Captain Coach Hammond over the top. Clydesdale in acting half. Last tackle here. Wicks puts it on the boot. Nice deep caging bomb down into the corner. Sams and Smith are going to go up for it. Smith, good flight through the air. Gets the ball back to Fechner. Fechner's going to bounce out of 2 or 3 tackles. He's going to get over the line. What a try. Jackson Smith flying through the air there. It's like Air Jordan. Bats it back. And Fechner, well, too big, too strong from there, isn't he?
100%. I think that's, Jackson Smith has to get the real raps there. That young wanting to chase everything down. We saw it probably in the first half there. He got a little bit nervous under the rolling ball, but, youth pays off.
Yeah, I wish I could get off the ground like that. I used to be able to. You probably never were, but...
Oh, here we go.
Sorry, I've been waiting all game to throw a few shots at Johnny, and finally got me opportunity as Smith, the man we spoke about with his efforts there. And that's something that's probably been added to the Scone this year, Soph. Young Jackson Smith has been a bit of an aerial threat out wide, and it's something that with Wicks's pinpoint kicking, they've been looking to exploit on some smaller wingers from other teams.
Yeah, definitely. And I think he is throughout this season, there's often jumping up for those big kicks that are being put out there. So he's a confident kid, and it's paying off.
Yeah. I think one thing that impressed me there is the way he actually turned his body too, so that even though he probably didn't take it cleanly, the ball was always going to bounce back to the Scone chasers, and obviously Fechner and the likes just pushing up in support.
Yep.
They were like Fechner, you're not going to stop him at the best of times from that far out, and especially when you're sort of in cover defence there, and wrestled his way to the try line there, and here we are, 5 minutes into the second half, and Scone are the first team to score, which Colts, I definitely think they were probably talking about. They had to be the first team to score.
I think that's a tough one too when you're coming off, half-time at, 14 points down to them, and then Scone come out and they start the second half just like that, and it just shows that their attitude and their grit and their, want to keep going and being better, that they are tough to come up against.
And it's a test of willpower and mental strength, isn't it, when you verse Scone, Johnny? Something like that can be so demoralising. You've spoke about all the stuff you need to do right, and they come away with a try that probably wasn't, structurally how you expected them to score. And how do you go behind the post and talk about, righto, how do we get back into it, Johnny?
Mate, you've got to start again. There's still 30-plus minutes to go, Foxy, and that's plenty of time for these Greeter boys to get back into it. They started to show, that middle period of the first half, what they had, and, just the Scone, as you said, so Scone, the grit that you guys show up here is, probably the big difference, I think.
Yeah, they just wear you out. Yeah. They'll do the same stuff day in, day out until you crack, and that's exactly what they're doing here today. As the ball goes down towards the corner there, Wicks takes it and hands it off to Jared Austin. Jared Austin trying to replicate Isaac's form here. He's been strong since he come off the bench. Makes about 20 metres there to start the set, and the ball go on to Andrews. He'll go straight into the waiting arms there of Cal Nugent. Cal Nugent's probably made about 30 tackles. He's been everywhere through the middle for the Colts. Ball tips on there to Ritter. Tell you what, we've never called Ritter going in behind the ruck, have we? He does exactly that for his characteristic 10 metres. They're up to the 40, the Thoroughbreds here. Nice, easy set after points. Topless throws the dummy there. Met in a strong carry there by Hammond, and Paddy Andrews underneath looking to give it to his 5'8 counterpart. He's tackled right on halfway here. Clydesdale gives it down the short to Pennell. Good ball there to Rosa, but bottom up to the challenge. There's players everywhere. There's bodies everywhere. And Johnson slipped out the other side of it. He's got support inside him. And that man who started it, Riley Pennell, is going to score a great try here for the Thoroughbreds. And I'll tell you what, there's two boys really not in a good way here for the Colts. I believe it's Spruce and Bonham who both bounced in to try and shut down that play. They've had an awkward head clash here, and play will be stopped here. Scone have run away and scored a try. It'll be 28 points to 4, but the concerning thing is here we've got two Colts down and not in a good way.
First Scone by number 1, Riley Pennell.
Has got all the trainers out here. They're in the best hands. Looks like Kane Bonham. Bit of a head split on his head, and young Spruce is down. So nonetheless, sort of just touching on that footy there, Riley Pennell jumped down the short side there with a nice little decisive pass there, and good play down the short side. It didn't really look like anything was on, but they created something there.
No, 100% there, Foxy. And like we said, those little guys are now going to start, reaping the benefits of what the Scone forward pack does for them. They'll early on lay that platform, and the likes of Riley, also Topless is really starting to test the line now. He's starting to engage the line a lot more, and it was probably come off the back of his run. He drew in 2 or 3 and got that sort of quick play of the ball, which allowed him to go down that short side. So I think Greeter now, just need to make the most of the stoppage time and try and get their breath back to combat what's coming at them, because otherwise this could be a cricket score.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there. And Soph, it's, you touch on how they find that mental strength to keep going, and hopefully for their sake, I think in terms of what we've seen into the symptoms after, these two will probably come off the field, so then it becomes even harder, doesn't it? You lose 2 blokes, and you're probably not carrying 2 outside backs on the bench. It's going to be tough for Greeter do they continue to try and fight for this, or do they accept that, look, Scone are probably getting away with this, we've had a couple of injuries, do we just get through the game and focus on next week?
I think, it's a tough one, isn't it? And, standing there, with 2 of your players down, that was a pretty hardcore event that just happened, but it is now, it's all about your attitude, isn't it? Like, the score might be what it is with 32 minutes to go, but it's how you're going to keep going forward. I think too for Scone though, like their first half, they had a lot of runs, like Adam ran it a lot himself, Jared Wicks running it a lot himself, and now they're starting to trust their edges. They're using it, they're shifting it, so now Greeter having to adapt to that change of style of footy that's being played, so it's a lot going on.
That is the 17 for Greeter is Jacob French, and 14 is Nick Holland. Oh, sorry, our producer Reg just distracted the commentary team here with some of his great insight. So, 2 blokes with some nasty cuts on their head, but they look like they're in good spirits sitting up on the bench, so that's a good sign for the people watching at home. They're up on their feet, and they're in the great hands of Joshy Day and co down there on the bench. Back to the footy here. Smith looks to make it a 26-point scoreline, and no, he won't be. Probably his worst kick of the day. Puts it across the face there. The scoreline will read 28 points to 4.
Just had Blake Andrews walk off too to the dressing sheds for Scone. So that's interesting. See what's happening with him.
Must be something for him to be wandering into the sheds. I've known him for quite a bit, and for him not to play 80 minutes and come off. Yeah, it could be concerning maybe in a couple of weeks' time for him.
Hopefully, just had a bad taco last night, mate. As the Colts will get us back underway here with Paddy Andrews. Drills it down, and Wicks, who's done everything right today, will take it on the full here and hand it off to Jared Austin. Austin steps off his left, goes straight in the arms of Nick Lawrence. Good tackle underneath there, helped out by Carter over the top. Thoroughbreds 12 out from their own line here. Scotty McIntyre back onto the field here will take it straight over the 20-metre line before he's bent back there by Brady Hammond and the freshman Nick Holland on the field. Slow play the ball there, that's better from the Colts. Topless, early tip on there to Shepherd. Met in a good tackle there by Paddy Andrews. Really strong one-on-one tackle. Buries him in the turf on the 30-metre line. They go centering there to Ritter. Up over the ad line there. Brady Hammond up for the challenge there. Gets out and meets him. Stops him. Stays on his feet though, and he'll play the ball here to Clydesdale. About 38 out from their own try line. McIntyre straight into Nick Lawrence there. Tyler Carter comes in to help him. They've got some shape set up to the right here. Clydesdale says, nah, let's go left through Topless and get rid of it. Bit of a bomb here, go down to the freshman in French. The little man takes it, steps off his right, and Johnston muscles him into the turf. Throwing his upper rig around there, Johnson, as he buries him. Leonard with a good run in by, he slipped out of 1 or 2 there. He's in the backfield. He's going to back himself to beat Pennell. Pennell, a great tackle from the fullback there. It had to be made. Really good run from Leonard there. He's given a bit too way. He'll go to the bin here, I think. He's got to go to the bin. That's on the back of a line break there. Riley Pennell, too much in that tackle. 100%. I should be a referee.
You called it.
Yeah, Jesse Rutter just
commentating to referee.
Yeah.
What can't you do?
Should we call you Gutho, mate?
Well,
Gutho seems to know the rules.
The referees do quite often tell me to shut up on the field, thinking I am a ref.
I've played a bit of touch footy with you, mate, and
don't know what you're on about. So
who is this?
Yeah, no idea.
It was slightly milked that last dive, but it was definitely a sin bin.
Well, he might be at the Olympics in 2028 then. As Mitchell will start the set here. Colts going at 12 Scone players here for the next 10 minutes of football. 20 out, centre of the field. Lawrence goes right. He dummies under. No, he gives it to Hammond, and they hit back against the grain with Billy Mitchell with space. He throws the dummy again. He's got glue on his hands today, Billy Mitchell. That's 2 tries he's cost, and he takes the tackle a metre out. Ruben Andrews gets out a dummy half, and he's muscled over there. He's gotten through. I think Billy Mitchell bombed at the play before, but Ruben Andrews lucky to come away with points. Tell you what, 28 minutes to go, 28 points to 8 is the scoreline now. They'll take a shot at goal here. If they can score a couple of tries in this next 10 minutes of football while Scone 1 down, we could have a real ball game on our hands.
100% there, Foxy. They've really got to make use of this one-man advantage for the next, I'd say, 8 minutes probably once we get the kick. But, even if they can come out with 1 try in that 8-minute period, it's going to set it up for a real good back end for sure.
Yep, we love a good back end, John. Some of your best.
Thanks, mate.
I'll tell you what, if I was Paddy here, I know he's a bit of a slowish goal kicker. I wouldn't be taking too much time here. Nonetheless, the thing you want to do in this next 10 minutes of football is throw a lot at Scone while they're 1 short. Make him go side to side in defence and work harder for each other, because ultimately, even if it's not in that 10 minutes, you look at the last 20 minutes of football where they're under that fatigue that you spoke about, Johnny, and having to do some more work in this period, that then they can start to see some the cookie crumbling, so to speak, in their defensive structures.
Yeah, especially, mate, Ritter's been out there for, let's say, all the games so far. Old legs are going to eventually tire. We did see Blakey Andrews disappearing to the sheds, so I'd really like to see him go, because they've only used 2 interchanges. I think we've still got young Groves in that on the bench, but yeah, if they can definitely tire out that middle period, the middle guys for Scone, it could be interesting.
Yeah, as we see Blakey Andrews just in front of us, he's making his way back to the bench, so looks like he's got a bit of deep heat on the calf there, so maybe just a bit of a niggle. And you touch on if he's out through the middle there, it could be costly. And having Pennell not at fullback and Topless going back there to fullback, it just disjoints that normal defensive structure that they head into the game with. And yeah, Colts, this is an interesting moment of footy for them to try and get themselves back into this ball game. As Smith Drills it down the middle of the field here, and Leonard will take it and hand it off to the captain coach, Brady Hammond. He's going to roll straight into the wall of the Thoroughbreds there. Good tackle by Ritter and Austin. They bring him down. He's about 18 shy of his try line. Centre of the field here at Scone Park. 26 minutes to go in this ball game. 28 points to 8, the Thoroughbreds lead. As the Colts coming away from their own end here. Ball comes into Nugent. Been really happy with Nugent. I've said that before. I'll say it again. He's been really busy. Makes it up towards the 40 and gets a quick play of the ball away. Andrews tips on to Nick Holland. Fresh on the field there. Goes straight in the arms of Robbie Shepherd. Makes a good tackle there with the help of Clydesdale. They'll go over halfway with this play here through Hammond. Hammond throws the dummy and they all fell off him, but a great tackle underneath by Daniel Ritter had to be made or he was into the backfield. Ruben Andrews, he'll put it on the boot there. It's charged down by Fechner. Has he got the ball back? He has. That'll be play on. Great charge down there by Fechner because Ruben Andrews was looking for a little chip and chase and go. As McIntyre goes straight into the arms of Paddy Andrews, who shot a long way in to make that tackle in the centre of the field there. Thoroughbreds over halfway here to start their set. Jared Austin in behind the ruck. He's met a good tackle there by Tyler Carter. He's looking to one-on-one strip. They wrestle him to the ground. 38 out from the Colts try line they are. Clydesdale throws a dummy, tries to beat Tyler Carter. Tyler Carter's up for the challenge there. Tackles him into the ground. Topless into dummy half here. Ball goes on to McIntyre. Settling run here. Goes straight into the arms of Geordie Mitchell. He's happy to make that tackle. Good tackle there. They slow the ruck down. It's the last tackle here. Clydesdale goes to Topless. He'll put it on the boot. Little dinky kick into the backfield here. Jacob Fretch is onto it. He slipped over. He shot the ball and Blakey Johnson's onto it. Oh, no. No. Wow.
Few hot words being said there, I think, with the Greater Colts and Scone boys.
Yeah, probably just letting him know about his mistake there, and a couple of Greater boys not happy with it. And tell you what, we spoke about how pivotal this 10 minutes of football is for the Colts, and that's not something that would have been on their bingo card, that's for sure.
That's a definite coach killer right there. You know, we saw at the back end of the Colts set there, you know, trying for the chip and chase. You know, you've definitely got to put pressure on these guys, and the better option there would have been obviously kicking into that corner or putting it nice and high, you know, and win that field possession, Foxy, and let's come back to bite them.
Yeah, it just goes to show how significant moments in ball games can be down the line. You know, you touch on that end of the set that probably wasn't as clinical as probably should have been for the Colts, and you know that allowed that field position and ultimately putting Scone into position to have an attacking kick downfield here. And yeah, unfortunately, young French ate popcorn while they're sitting on the bench there and spilled it, and Blakey Johnston swoops on it, scores.
I think too, Greater possibly could have been looking at that with Scone have one less player, and you know you can't think like that against Scone. They're going to be coming out even stronger, harder, and faster. And I think Greater maybe just thought that they can suck them in, but definitely not.
Yeah, and Jackson Smith here will put the footy on the tee here. He's about 10 in from the touchline. He probably won't be happy with his last kick from a pretty similar position. And most good goal kickers should not miss the same shot at goal twice, so I'm going to back him in here.
Is that speaking from experience there?
That is literally the only thing I'm good at, talking crap and kicking goals. So,
have you put the mocker on him, mate?
Who said that though? Who's told you that?
Thanks, Soph. One washed up halfback to another there.
Hey.
As Smith moves in. And
you've jinxed him.
Yep. So let's go with good goal kickers should not miss from the same spot 3 times. We'll try again.
That sounds better.
Nonetheless, the scoreline reads 32 points to 8 with 23 minutes on the clock here at Scone Park. If this continues, we'll be back here in 2 weeks for the grand final of the Bengalla Group 21 competition at Scone Park. So if that'd be massive for Scone to host it after going down to Greater last year.
Yes.
You'd be looking to get that back.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be a nice feeling to be able to hold it here.
As the Colts get us back underway. Radford steaming off the back fence here. Who's going to get in front of him? And someone does, and they slip up a little bit high there and put one on his snoz. Geordie Mitchell, the front rower, it was that we speak about it time and time again. You just can't give penalties like that away to Scone. The last thing you want to be doing is allowing them to roll up the halfway and start their set from there. And unfortunately, in this ball game, Greeta's just done that too many times, and that's probably why the scoreline reads the way it does.
I think this is what builds on character too. Like Scone stay composed, and they let the other team sort of get a bit hot-headed, and they just use it to their advantage as well.
Yeah, they just stay in their lane, don't they, and focus on what works for them. And ultimately, that's why they get back into ball games that they look out of, and they're doing exactly that here today. as the Thoroughbreds with Radford roll up over halfway. Second play on the set there. Slow play the ball with Holland underneath. Clydesdale jumps out, throws the ball out the back to Fechner. He's rangy out there. He bounces out of one tackle. Gets an offload away to Wicks. Wicks has got a runner inside him in topless. Can he get it to him? He does. Tyler Carter gets him there and absolutely hip tosses him into the turf. Good cover defence by Carter. He had to get a long way across the field there to make that. Nonetheless, they're still on the attack here. Ritter takes it up towards the try line. They're about 5 shy of the try line here. Worrying signs for Greeter. They've got shape left and shape right. Which way would they go here? Clydesdale goes left to topless. No, Radford says, give it, get out of the way, give it here. I'm going towards the try line. They stop him there. He's about 3 inches short, I'd say, as he's wrestling there to get to play the ball away. Clydesdale gets a long ball out to topless. Topless puts a little chip boot on. Oh, French is up to that one. He's been tackled in the air there by Johnston. Tell you what, the little man in French got up for that one there. Made a good take there. It had to be made. It's obviously something that they looked at. Wouldn't be surprised if they go back at that, trying to put a little chip across over the top of French and get up over the top of him. As Paddy Andrews puts the kick for touch here. Relieving kick for touch. There'll be 20 out to start their set. And Andrews taps it and gives it on to Holland. Holland straight into Shepherd. Shepherd one-on-one there, wrestling him to the ground. Good tackle there. Makes about 8 metres, finds his front. He's fighting to get up there. Ball comes into that man, Flynn Mitchell. Goes into Clydesdale. Good tackle there by Clydesdale. Stops him straight on the spot of contact. Centering run here, Geordie Mitchell with the footy now. Rolls his way into the line there, and Ritter up for the challenge. Works him over. Slows that play the ball right up as they do so well, the Thoroughbreds. Shape to the left, and they're going that way. Carter with a tip on there from Andrews. He's looking for an offload. Can he get his arm free? No. 3 Thoroughbreds there. They wrap him up as he crossed into the half, over into the Scone half. Hayden Bailey with the footy. Good tackle there. Ritter, great tackle. 40 out from the try line, the Colts. Andrews will put it on the boot here. Little chip kick in behind the line of Johnson there, and French is on the chase, looking to get one back on him. Good kick there from Andrews, finds touch. Not sure if it's the kick they need in the context of the game, but nonetheless, it'll slow the play up. They'll have a bit of a rest here. They'll look to aim up in defence. That's probably a bit better and probably something they've needed more of today, that kick from Andrews.
Yeah, most definitely, Foxy. That's, starting to win that battle for field position is definitely what they've got to probably start looking for probably heading into next week now. Don't pack up shop and just keep trying to fight, because you're going to need that momentum coming into next week when it is do or die. That's season over.
Yeah, as they'll be having a sudden death game at this rate against the Demon Devils down at Greeter Park next weekend if this ball game continues. Probably take a miracle for something to change it otherwise though. As Scone rolling out of their own end here, they cross up to the 30-metre line. Good 3-man tackle there by the Colts. They bring Rosa down. Clydesdale, he's been very active out of dummy half, and Ritter's just given a bit of contact there off the ball to Tyler Carter, and he's not happy about it. Giving him a little bit of a stern word there. As Carter comes in, makes a good tackle underneath on Radford. Sorry, that's Geordie Mitchell. They look very similar. Thoroughbreds through topless will get it on the boot. Nice big bomb downfield. Jacob French will take this one clean. The beer tent letting him know he's dropped a couple already. As he takes this one clean, he's dancing around, looking for a little man to run at. And the 2 smallest men on the field meet each other, and Riley Pennell wins that battle and brings him down 25 shy of the Colts line. The Colts go straight in the arms of Ritter. Ritter, we won't miss too many tackles there. Makes another one today. That's about his 35th, I'd say. As the Colts roll forward towards the 40. Ethan Sams has been good for the Colts, but they haven't seen enough of him. McIntyre, one-on-one there, wrestles him and rides him down to the ground. Geordie Mitchell will take this one off the ruck. Hits a bit of a goose step there. Probably just needs to take the break off there and go pumping into the Scone line. He makes about 6 metres before he's brought down. Carter will take this one down to the left, go straight at Wicks. He's met a good tackle underneath by McIntyre. They bring him down. He's about 3 into the half of the Scone Thoroughbreds, and Andrews will put a high one up here. Hits a nice torpedo bomb. It's going down towards the post here, and Pennell takes it. Very nice take by Pennell at the back there. Safe as houses, and he's off on the run, and Ruben Andrews with a good shot over the top. They bring him down. 20 out from his own line there, Riley Pennell. Johnson, he'll take one here. He's looking to dance across and beat. He does. He beats Paddy Andrews. He's looking to come back in and finish him off. Decides to pull his pants down a little bit instead. 3 Colts in there. They bring him down. They're 30 out from their own line. Rosa takes a strong carry. He's been good in the centres today, the young fella. Trucks it up over the 40-metre line of the Thoroughbreds. Nice easy set. They're rolling out of their own end. Topless comes left to Radford. Radford going straight at Nick Holland. Puts the bumpers out. Holland brings him down by the strides. They're crossed up over halfway, coming to the end of the set here, the 4th play. Clydesdale tips on to Ritter. Ritter goes straight into the arms of Aiden Stewart. Helped out by Geordie Mitchell. Good tackle there by Stewart over the top. Ritter will get up and play the footy here. Topless will put it on the boot. Probably not his best kick, but he'll chase it down and make it something. And he does so exactly that. He gets the loose ball. He gets it off the Wicks. Wicks has got to run in there and Shepherd. He throws the dummy and he's brought down eventually. Scone boys aren't happy with something in back play here. They believe someone might have been tackled off the ball. Clydesdale just trying to question what's going on there, but nonetheless, not the best kick from Topless, but he chased it, made something out of it, got a result, and Scone nearly come away with another try here, 16.5 to go. You touched on it before, Johnny, Greeter and Sophie, yourself too. Greeter just got to probably start working towards getting things right, working on their structures, just using this 16.5 minutes as a bit of, train and prep for that next game next week, isn't it? Getting little things right and probably try and take some positive ascendancy into next week.
Yeah, it's obviously hard to gain, momentum when the scoreline is what it is, but they've really got to take what they can out of it and get it ready for next week, because I guarantee you, mate, Denman will be, they'll have their tails up rolling into next week and be, after seeing this, they'll be slightly confident of probably of a win next week, mate. Yeah,
absolutely. They had a good win there last night against Aberdeen, and yeah, they're carrying. They got some troops back from injury, and they'll go down to Greeter, looking to. I think Greeter was the side that knocked him out last year, so they'll be looking to change the way that is this year. As Greeter, can they do that? Get some positive run into next week. They do so with Hayden Bailey here. Takes a strong carry there before he's met by his back row counterpart, Semi Fechner, up to the challenge there. They drop him on the 20-metre line. Fechner, good shot on Tyler Carter. The ball's come loose there, and Rutter says play on. Good shot by Fechner there. Dislodged the footy from Tyler Carter, and Scone on the attack again. 20 metres out through Radford. Radford brought down by Geordie Mitchell. Clydesdale into dummy half. They find Ritter. Ritter's got runners out the back with Topless. Topless on to Pennell. Pennell throws a nice cut-out ball to Johnson. Can they stop him from there? French, nah. No, he can't. Straight over the top of him. Johnson will probably tell him he was a bit of a speed up there on the way past. Yes, he does. Yep, French not happy about it. Clydesdale just pats him on the back and says, better luck next week, buddy. Strong run from Johnson there. He's quite deceptively strong, isn't he, Johnson? I know he loves his gym selfies. He's quite solid. And to stop him from there, that close to the line, one-on-one, is probably going to be a tough assignment.
Yeah, definitely. It must be all those protein shakes. Or the bulk.
You might do a few endorsements with ASM with you, Johnny.
Oh, mate, look, anything's possible, mate. Anything's possible. The wife would be happy to, help out and get the business out there more.
Might be able to get a sleeve sponsor on him, mate. Nice bit of airtime there on the arm of Blakey Johnson. I think that might have even been his third try today too. So,
he started a little bit shaky in that first half, made a few little errors, but he hasn't done much wrong in the last. This entire half, I'd say, almost.
Yeah, and we spoke about that period in the first half where Blake Johnson did make a few errors and they dropped the footy a few times and Greeter started getting the ascendancy. It was actually that man Blake Johnson and Riley Pennell through their energy and carries coming out of their own end that probably just flicked the switch a little bit and got Scone back on the upper hand of this ball game. And yeah, well, I think like I said, I think that was his third try today. He'd be probably right up there in terms of the leading try scorers in the competition. I'd say he's. Pretty easy when you're sitting on the wing in a classy side like this, isn't it? Most of the time you just got to put the footy down, and yeah, I think most weeks he'd be on the try scorers sheet.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's a nice little combination they've got going on this left-hand side with Blake and Riley Pennell, and Hayden, he's got that trust in his players that he knows that, one, they've got the legs to run, and if he's going to play a little bit more spontaneous and do a kick, they're going to be ready for it.
Yeah, just up for it. Whatever the halfback does, they follow suit 100%. As Jackson Smith has absolutely bludgeoned that one. He's
like I said before, his legs are probably heavy. He had his 18s.
No, he's tried to rub the dirt off the boots there, trying to blame that. But he's dead set and almost got turf toe out of the back of that kick. That was horrible.
One of your old tricks there, is it?
No, I would have slotted that in front of the beer tent here at Scone Park. Sophie, you know that.
Gave him a little wave.
Yeah.
I don't know, can you confirm it, Soph? I've heard a little rumour from the Scone 18s that Smithy's actually the third string 18s kicker, and it's quite funny that he's actually kicking for first grade.
I'm a little bit confused with it, to be honest, yes.
Yeah, Jared Wicks, we spoke about the ever-reliable Wixie. He probably wasn't too happy to hand up the kicking boots. But
it wouldn't surprise me if he was like, take it.
We're back at the footy here, and a good shot there by Geordie Mitchell and Nick Lawrence there. Dislodged the footy of Ritter on the kick return. Well, we spoke about the importance of carrying some momentum into next week here. With 13 minutes to go, they've got a full set here at the Scone line.
Great will be pumped if they get one more try.
Absolutely, and 13 minutes. If they could score 1 try, 2 tries, 3 tries, stop the roll of Scone, they can always go to training next week and say, let's take that last 13 minutes and use that for next week.
And just the attitude now. It's not that giving up attitude. It's you got to push. You got to get through these last 12 minutes.
100%, Soph. As Leonard takes the first hit up off the scrum there. He's brought down about 8 shy. He's not happy with the treatment from Taylor. Gets up and gives him a shove. As Carter, he's too good from there. Tell you what, he's just wrestled out of about 3 would-be defenders, including Ritter, and he's planted the ball down about 10 left of the uprights, and 100% what you touched on there, Soph. Really good positive vibe there from Greta, and they're a little bit up for that. They're happy with that, and they're going to walk back here and hopefully come away with some more positivity.
And I think it's that body language too. Like, they scored that try, they've got around one another. They're looking more like a unit. Like, I think that's so important, especially regardless of the score. You need to get around your mates, and probably for them right now more so of the score. But finish these next 12 minutes strong. And I mean, if they get a couple more tries, happy days. Scone won't be happy with that. I think we spoke about it before. They start shaking the first half and finish strong in the second half, and they've just, Dan Ritter's not normal for him to drop a footy, 30 metres out. But, Scone, if I was great, I'd be a little bit scared with what Scone's going to throw at them next.
Yeah. Yeah,
they're going to be angry.
Yeah, Johnny, you'd know more so than others. Scone's a side that when they do something wrong, that usually that next set there's a make-up set for it. So I'm guessing they'll probably have a lot of line speed here. And
I'm expecting Ritter to come out of the line here at some stage. I think he'll be a little bit dirty on himself. Him and Tyler Carter have had a little bit of a run in there on halfway, couple of sets ago, and definitely the old dog will definitely want to stand up and stay.
Prove he's not too old. I'll be proving he's not too old.
We touch on his age there. I'm not going to say it because I potentially might play footy again, and I'd hate for him to take my head off somewhere down the line. But
be careful.
I feel like we've been calling Daniel Ritter for years. He's just doing the same stuff year in, year out. And this would be probably close to 16 years in first grade, and he's still right up there in terms of the level of effort that he puts in, isn't it?
If he wasn't there, you'd miss him. You know what I mean? Like, he's a player that you need, even just to know that you look to your side and you got Dan Ritter there, you're safe, you're covered. Yeah,
and it's something that you hear around the Group 21 in pre-season. You hear of players going to different clubs and people retiring, and the same old thing you hear, Ritter won't play this year, and then all of a sudden he turns up and he's thereabouts as the best prop or back rower in the Scone side year in, year out, and you just go, it's another tough year of running at Ritter. As Greta tries something here on the back of that set, little chip, and Carter slides knees into the back of Smith there, and Jesse Rudder calls play on. Interesting one there because JJ was simmed in for something very similar to that in the reserve grade fixture here today. As the Greta boys going just in a bunch there, having a bit of a meeting, and they'll take the ball here, 40 out from their own line. Second play on this set, and Radford will get them going forward here. Straight in the arms of Hayden Bailey and Cal Nugent. Nugent's been everywhere defensively for the Colts. Junior Warden's come onto the field. Not sure who has come off the field, but Junior Warden's jumped into 9 there. Looks like Adam Clydesdale off the field. No, he's still out there. Nonetheless, that man Ritter takes the footy forward. Stays on his feet to make another 5 metres post-contact. Good run by the old man of Ritter there. Warden at dummy half, 30 out. Scone go left. Topless looks for a runner with him. He skips out of one defender. Nice tip on there to Shepherd. Shepherd, nice ball on to Blake Johnson. Goes straight at Nick Holland. Nick Holland's up for the challenge. And the help of Flinty Mitchell over the top. And they managed to get him into touch. Something they couldn't do last time. Johnson gives him a little tap on the face there. Not happy with that.
If I'm Greta, that's a good sign. Blake's pushing across to try and shut it down, especially with the scoreline the way it is. It's those little things that you're going to need coming into next week. Is a good sign if I'm Brady at, Monday, Tuesday night or whenever the training going, guys, these are the things we did good in that back end of the game. We need more of that.
100%. We've all had moments in our coaching careers. That's the stuff you want to see from your players, that the game might be dead and gone, or those little effort plays where, you probably don't have to get across there to change the context, but you do make that effort. 100%. That's what you want to see leading into the future weeks. As the Colts, with the footy in their hands, Paddy Andrews is going to go for an early kick, 40-20. Like I said earlier, Topless has plenty of time at fullback. He knows what's happening there, and he drops back and takes it on the full. Goes straight in the arms there of 3 Colts players. And he'll play the footy here to start the set. 40 out from his own line. Rosa straight into Paddy Andrews. Bit of a shoulder charge there. Comes in over the top to finish him off. Pennell in a dummy half. Gets the ball on to Blakey Johnson. Steams at Nick Holland. Good contact there. Both sides of the footy. Good footy. That's what we want to see. Johnson bounces out of that and makes about 10 metres on the back of it. They're into the Colt half here, about 32 shy of the try line. Ritter steps off his right there, goes into the waiting arms of Nugent and Hayden Bailey. Nick Holland backs up his last defensive effort there to help out. 7 minutes and 50 seconds left on the clock here. Ball goes right to Wicks. Pennell sweeping out the back there. He's got runners outside him. He can't get the footy to him. Good shutdown tackle out there by Ruben Andrews. They're 20 shy of the try line here. Thoroughbreds on the attack. Fechner shows off his class there. Dinky little grubber into the in-goal area. Sam swoops on it there before he's ragdolled by Jackson Smith. Tell you what, Fechner, he's got a bag of tricks, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Barnstorm and carries, offloads, and now a kicking game.
Yeah, definitely a dual threat on that edge here now, mate.
Yeah. He might have been watching a bit of Wade Graham in his prime there. Back row with a little bit of a nice little grubber into the in-goal area. Tell you what, when you're aside, like looking at someone like that and you go, he's a hard man to tackle. Firstly, you go, I've got to tackle him. Then all of a sudden, you've got to wrap the ball up because he can get an offload away, and then all of a sudden he throws that out. How do you handle it?
He's deceiving, Fechner. Like, he's a player where you just think he's just going to run it straight, but he's got quite good perception of space and when to offload and things like that, when to do those kicks.
As Caleb Taylor swoops on the low, trickling drop out from Paddy Andrews. Gets an offload away to Jackson Smith. The Thoroughbreds will start this set 10 metres out. On the attack, Warden into dummy half. Radford's come off the back fence there. Geordie Mitchell up for the challenge. That's really good contest there between those two just then. As the ball comes left, Clydesdale dummies out the back, throws short to Ritter. Ritter's looking for an offload. He's lifted and put on his back here. About 5 shy of the try line, about 5 to the left of the upright here. Warden in a dummy half. Clydesdale's moved into a bit of a lock roll through the middle. Topless, a great ball out to Johnson. He's going to score from there, is he? Yes, he does. What a ball from Hayden Topless. So if you touch on the class that Topless has shown moving into the halves, well, that just identifies it there. What a pass that was.
It was very impressive, that pass, and I think Topper's all about using the players that are around him. So he's got faith that Blakey's going to be there, and that just proved it.
100%. What a ball. Yep, 6 minutes to go. The scoreline now reads 40 points to 14. I know we've sort of touched on it already, but I think we can definitely say that we're back here in 2 weeks for the Group 21 Bengalla Grand Final.
It's tough. It's a good feeling, but you got 2 weeks off, and it's sort of that finding your groove of not getting too excited, doing what you need to do for these next, potentially 4 training runs you're going to have. But being with the weather unlucky a little bit, like getting field training sessions here at the moment, it's been pretty tricky. Field's been closed and things like that, so this is a good way to finish their major semi. But pray that the weather's good, and like any other team in A grade, they deal with shift work and things like that. So it's still a bit of a juggle, but it'd be a well-deserved grand final to be here. And
am I right in saying that all 4 sides have won the major and straight into the grand final?
You are correct with that one, Foxy.
I do remember a time that Scone lost all grades up here, but he's also won all grades here
exactly.
too. So.
We've done that once a couple of times, but we did that in Aberdeen, remember?
Yes.
But I actually was only speaking about this the other night. We had our juniors out at Murraywall, and 3 teams undefeated, 2 of the teams undefeated, lost. I was like, this brings back some PTSD from 2015, 2014, I think it was.
As Smith moves in, he pushes this one across the face. Not had the best second half with the boot, Jackson Smith. We'll work on that the next couple of weeks and get it right for the GF. Yeah, nonetheless, looks like all 4 Scone sides are the first 4 teams in the grand final here to be hosted right here. So 2 weeks of training, staying off this field, keeping it in pristine condition, I'd say.
Definitely.
Ready for the big dance. As the Colts, 4 minutes left on this clock. Just trickling up to halfway. They're probably ready to put the cue in the rack and go and have a shower. Try and get through this last 4 minutes. No injuries, no sin bins, nothing stupid here. So I dare say this 4 minutes of football might just go a little bit stale.
It's going to be a tough one for Greta to come up against Denman next week. They're going to be on the buzz. Greta are going to be, umming and ahhing, a bit deflated with a loss like this. But, it'll be definitely an interesting final next weekend.
As Radford, he's going to take this off the back fence here. He doesn't know how to slow down. He's going to go straight into the wall here, go straight into Hayden Bailey and Cal Nugent. Really strong carry from Radford. I think you touched on there with Denman on a buzz and Greta probably just, looking to get to next week, so to say. One thing for Greta is when you play them down there at Greta Park, their crowd is one of the most heckling crowds I've ever played against, and they will let you know anything and everything you do wrong.
Definitely. Between them and Singleton, actually, I've had a few encounters at Singleton with their crowd. But it's always a different feeling when you're playing at home, though.
Yeah. Absolutely. You've got all your family and your friends and whatnot that you want to play good footy for, so it makes sense that you play your best footy at home, and Greeter will be hoping to do so next week and get back into a fixture against Scone in 2 weeks. As Wicks trickles out of a tackle there, Carter manages to wind him down there to the ground. They're about 30 out from the try line. Scone just going through the motions here to finish off this ball game. Like I said before, Radford, he doesn't know anything about winding down the gears. Steam straight into Hayden Bailey. It's a little bit slow to get up and play that one there. Wicks puts it on the boot, charged down by Tyler Carter, who's going to get on the footy first. Topless is, and he sweeps out of that one there. Carter over the top, brought down a good tackle underneath by Nick Lawrence. Nonetheless, Scone will have a full set of 6 here again. Kleisel takes a hit up, one off the ruck, something you probably don't see much of. He's usually one dishing it off. Takes that carry there, and he's brought down about 40 out from his own line. Ritter in behind the ruck there, goes straight at the young man, Flynn Mitchell. Cal Nugent underneath. They'll play the footy here just shy of halfway. Ball goes right to Jared Austin back on the field to finish the game here. Good carry. He's been good off the bench today, Jared Austin. Not bad for a former winger. He's into the front row now. Warden into dummy half. They go left to Topless. The shape's here again for the left edge. Shepherd gets the footy. Looks to bounce out of the tackle of Mitchell. He eventually comes back and finishes him off with the help of his half there, Paddy. Last tackle here. Let's see what they come up with. Warden at dummy half. Topless with the footy in his hands. Crossfield bomb looking for Jackson Smith. Can he get up here? It's a little bit deep, is it? Oh, wow. Flew through the air there. Almost had that would have been outstanding, wouldn't it, JD?
That would definitely be the try of the day. Yet again, though, that's that young exuberance in Jackson Smith. You know, he's had a big day earlier on in the day in the 18s game. You know, he was everywhere for Scone and threw the last pass for them to get that game-winning try. So yeah, probably deserved a try today, Foxy, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, absolutely. And with an effort like that, I always say efforts like that deserve tries, and unfortunately he couldn't get that. But nonetheless, the last minute of football here is upon us. Ruben Andrews is going to take it forward. Radford brings him down with the help of Jared Wicks underneath. Lawrence into dummy half, finds Nugent. Nugent tips on to Nick Holland. Nick Holland straight into Shepherd. Is Rob Shepherd an addition to the Scone side this year, Soph?
He is, yeah. He has. He's moved from Queensland way, I think, maybe. And yeah.
Must be nice being as good as Scone have been for the years and then having someone like Rob Shepherd fall into your lap, who's probably one of the better back rowers in the competition from what I've seen of him. As Paddy Andrews tips the ball on to Holland, and it's brought down by that man we spoke of, Rob Shepherd, over the top with Junior Warden underneath. Lawrence will get the ball onto no one because no one wants it, so he grubbers himself. Nice little play there. Can he get the ball back? He taps it on again. Jackson Smith, safe as houses, takes the safe option there, kicks it on.
It's been everywhere, Jackson Smith, in these last 5 minutes.
Yeah, Jesse Rudder just probably feels the game's gone out of the ref's hands here and blows the whistle for a penalty at the end
what's
here.
that for?
I don't know what that was for,
Take
honestly.
The 2.
yeah, take the 2. For and against might be pivotal next week.
I'd take the 2.
Paddy Andrews will take the tap. He doesn't want to bar of it. Throws it out wide to Carter. Carter will steam into him. Can they stop him here to finish the game? They do so. That'll wrap it up here at Scone Park. Scone run out victors here in the major semi, 40 points to 14. Grand final will be back here in 2 weeks with all Scone sides qualifying. Who's the best on the park today, guys?
Mate, I'm actually going to go with Dan Ritter. Dan Ritter out there full 80 minutes. He held that middle really strong for Scone, and every time they needed a solid run or a quick play the ball, that was the guy that was getting it for them. So for me, definitely Dan Ritter. Probably the best for Greeter was Tyler Carter, as always. You know, he's the big trump in their deck, so to speak. So,
yep. So,
I really like the way Faulkner played today for Scone. He sort of changed the perception of the game a little bit there. He, the kick, his agility was really good. For Greeter, I think, same as what he said.
You got nothing. I do like the way Johnny was looking after an old forward, looking after an old forward.
We'll stick together. We'll stick together through thick and thin, mate.
I feel like he wrote that down, Johnny. He had that already pre-written.
Nonetheless, recapturing. We'll be here in 2 weeks for the Group 21, Bengalla Group 21, just in case you forgot the first time I said it. Grand final. It'll be Scone and potentially Denman or Greeter, depending on the result there. Thanks for tuning in to myself, Johnny Douglas, and Sophie Casson, and the producer Reg. Lovely work on the camera by Chick Taylor and Ash. Good stuff all round, and Footy Fever will be back next week. Thank you.
Yeah, great call, guys. Until then, we're over and out.
Next week. Hope we can all supporters get down there next week.